Dan RadioStyle, like I said, Kanye West doing power. Of course, hi, we got to actually have some people watching. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying. I didn't realize there was kind of a lag on this, so I apologize on this. I guess I'll figure this all out in the coming days and weeks and months. But needless to say, this is a first for me. So good times. Whoops.
Hi, thanks for finding me here on YouTube.
Whoops. All right, I'm learning as I go. Anyway, we're going to be doing the 6 levels of knowing, and I just kind of wanted to cover really quick, especially for those of you that might actually be here already. A lot's been going on. Obviously, I've had a huge job change occur, and that's happening. I actually start Monday, and that's a whole lot of there's a big trip I got to take for that. Just got back from seeing my mom. My mom's been sick, so we're kind of got a chance to go up and see her. And during that time, it was impossible for me. One, they had pretty much no internet, and it was just impossible for me to be able to do anything to spend time on YouTube. So I do apologize to that for everybody out there. And again, with all this change, a lot of crazy stuff's been happening. So it's been a challenge for me to. It's been a challenge for me. Hi, everybody, by the way. I'm new to this new stuff, to the live. But again, lots been going on. So my mom's, I don't know, she's stage 4. We'll see. A lot of it's just up to how she feels. So that's kind of why I was off the grid, literally, for a long time. And I thought we would give a little, there's so many, hi, people. This is great. And Agnes. Yeah, Agnes, of course, we got to throw a quick plug to Agnes Vivarelli. Huge part of why I got into this whole business. 2222, nice. Guckleberry, very cool, very cool. Anywho, so one of the things I wanted to talk about was the 6 levels of knowing. It's kind of something that Neale Donald Walsch was very fond of talking about, and this is back in his Friendship with God book. This was way back in the day, and I had a chance to finally catch up on some of my reading, and this is so cool. Anyway, had a chance to catch up on some of my reading, and I wanted to talk about, these are the 6 levels of knowing, and these are things that are actually really good for us to keep in mind when we're talking about what we should, how we should kind of view anybody that's giving us advice, for sure. But anytime we interact with people, give them a chance to maybe offer us opinions, or maybe we're offering them opinions. Certainly good things to kind of keep in mind when it comes to when you think you know something. It's a good idea to kind of, again, remember these things. So one thing that's really cool to know, and this is one of the most basic sides of it, there are those who do not know and don't know that they don't know. Meaning, they don't know anything. These are children. These are the ones we need to nurture. These are a very appropriate place for these people to be coming from, right? They don't know anything. They don't know anything. We need to kind of look out for them, because they're the ones that'll put their fingers in a light socket and all that stuff. And that's good stuff to mama, right? Yes. I have no idea what that means, but that is very, very good. Another way you can kind of look at it, or the next step there is anyway, or the next concern, because children are beautiful, wonderful creatures. There are those who do not know and know they do not know. They are willing. Teach them. So for those of you that are out there that are going to be teachers in this wonderful world of ours, these are good ways to kind of look at your student, if you will, and try to gauge them. Is it someone that thinks they know everything, or is it someone that's open to the truth, open to what's out there, open to what's available for you? It's a very helpful thing to kind of, like I said, gauge what kind of interesting scenarios you have. It's good to see you. I love this. This is very, very fun. I'm glad it is. Again, for those of you that don't know, this is my first live stream, and it took quite a bit to get this working properly. So for those of you that are here with me, thank you. It's nice to have you guys. Number 3 on this whole list of 6, there are those who do not know, but think that they know. They are dangerous. Avoid them. Those that think they know, but do not know. And it's generally going to be evidenced by the fact that they have not demonstrated that which they are talking about. Those are the people that you kind of want to stay away from their opinions. One thing I've always said before, if you're going to take someone's opinion on something, or if you're going to look up to somebody for something, and it certainly includes anything that comes out of my face, if you're ever going to look up to anybody, make sure they're demonstrating that which you are trying to learn. Don't hit me up on how to be a pole vaulter. I don't know anything about it, never done it, it looks cool, I'll give you that, and pole's all bendy, right, and they go flinging up over the old pole vault, but I don't know anything about it, so don't take any advice from me on pole vaulting. So the people that think they know what they're doing, those are the people that you need to be cautious of and be leery of, for that matter. There are those, this is number 4, there are those who know but don't know they know. They are asleep. Help wake them. It's one of the big things I've been talking about with this whole awakening concept. You always have that underlying feeling, right? You got that thing underneath you. You're like, it just feels like I should know this, right? Totally feels like I should have this nailed down. But for some reason, I don't know it. What can I do? What can I learn? You're eager, right? You're out there kind of looking, what can I learn? How can I get there? What book can I read? What video can I watch? Those are the right people. Those are a great place to be. You're very open and awake. You realize there's something underneath that's catching your attention, but you're not sure what it is, but you really, really want to find out what it is. So again, another great kind of group of people when it comes to trying to help it. They don't quite know what's going on, but it's fun. It's one of those where you lead them to water and they'll take a drink happily because they've been looking for water. They just didn't know where it was. So it's one of those great places where, you're kind of open to the possibilities that are maybe out there. So number 5, there are those who know but pretend that they don't know. They are actors. Enjoy them, but do not get caught up in their dramas. Now, this is an important one. It's really awesome. To be a good actor, you truly have to be able to pretend to be something or to know something that you may not necessarily know. Maybe you study up on it a little bit. Maybe you really just engulf yourself in the part and you kind of become that which you are. You're like, I'm not really a doctor, but I play one on TV, right? It's that kind of thing, right? So you spend enough time kind of doing it and living with it and being it. And all of a sudden you start to realize, oh my gosh, I got this wonderful situation where I'm pretending that I know things that I don't necessarily know. But we're doing it from the standpoint of trying to share, trying to maybe learn, maybe trying to pass along. Some of my crazy antics are the same. Like I might say something crazy and wild and wackadoo, but I don't necessarily mean it. Some like to call it humor, right? Don't know for sure. It depends. It's in the eyes of the beholder. But nonetheless, we're all trying to kind of convey that message. But at the same time, you don't want to believe that illusion that they're creating on the screen. That screen is not reality. That's not a real life. That 2-hour segment that had a love story built into it. They somehow traveled to Europe. They somehow bought a house. All these things happened within 2 hours. So of course, illusion, not real. Don't get too terribly caught up in it. That's not how life works. It happens too quickly. And life is not that fast. And that's one of the things I think that's hardest for many of us that are on this this whole, place we're going with learning this manifestation and all these things. Right? It doesn't happen quick enough. All right, number 6, and this is an important one, and this is probably the most important one. There are those who know and who know that they know. Do not follow them. Let me say that one more time. There are those who know and know that they know. They know they know. They know they know. Do not follow them, because if they know what they know, they would not have you follow them. Yet listen very carefully to what they have to say, for they may remind you of what you already know. That may be the very reason you have called them to you. So a lot of times we find books, we'll find videos, we'll find people that will help lead us the way. If anybody actually knows that they know and is being truly responsible with that knowledge, then they're not going to try to separate themselves from anybody. They're not going to put themselves on a pedestal. They're not going to try to be more than they are. They're going to be kind of very full well knowing. They're going to be very in the know within themselves that here I am, here's a chance for me to try to help somebody, help guide them, help kind of move them in a good direction, make a difference, whatever the case is. So these are kind of helpful when you know that you know. It's the ones that think that they know that don't actually know. They're the scary ones because they're the ones that'll talk it up. They're the ones that'll say, follow me, I know what's going on, da, 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 and they go wandering off a cliff. So those are the ones you got to be careful of. And on the converse, anybody that does actually know the secrets or the truths or the whatevers, right, and knows that they know, but uses that knowledge in a dangerous